I'm so excited that I get to chat with you about this new album, The Spoon. What's the concept behind it? What are some themes you explore?
Um, so it goes through a few different kind of emotions and states of mind. It's supposed to be kind of like an arc going from like a place of, I suppose it's more like introspective and I suppose it's sad to a more outward looking kind of comment on the way that the world is at this time, and then also then at the end, kind of more of a state of kind of acceptance. So yeah, it's kind of goes on. Yeah, so the spoon is like a metaphor for well for a few things, but it's about getting your self image from or like receiving your self image through like a warped viewpoint, always seeing yourself through the eyes of other people, through um whether that's I don't know, through social media or just through the lens of capitalism. We're always kind of fed like a kind of a warped version of ourselves, and it's about kind of the importance of creating your own self-image and not relying on others for that.
Well, it's gotten some great reviews from Clash, The Guardian, Loud and Quiet. What does that mean to you, or does it mean more to you that the fans have been reaching out to you with wonderful words?
It's always nice to hear that people have enjoyed it and that people appreciate it. But yeah, the main thing I just what I really get from it, like words are always kind of it's always nice, but you don't really get the kind of the real life response from people. It doesn't necessarily feel real to me until I'm actually in a room playing the music to people and I actually meet them. And then I'm like, oh, okay, this is actually, touch people in a meaningful way. And that's why I found that previously we just did a short tour around the UK and Europe, and that was really really amazing just to speak to so many people and see how uh, important this record and my last record had been to them. You kind of you sometimes lose uh you lose sight of like the purpose of what you do, I think, sometimes until you actually have that real life response.
Well, there's so many wonderful tracks on this one. Um, there's remixes too. There's so much on there. Do you have a personal favorite track off the album, or as they say, they're all your babies?
I mean, they're all my babies, but I know we're not supposed to have favorite babies, but the favorite would be probably The Spoon. That's my, yeah, which is probably partly why it ended up being the title track. But I think just in terms of like the place I was at when I was writing this record, this was very much, it kind of sums up the mood very well. Uh, and it was a slightly different approach to writing than I've ever really done. So and it worked. It worked pretty well. So yeah, it's got to be The Spoon.
Are there songs in that challenged you particularly creatively when you were coming up with them, if not maybe lyrically?
uh, Creative challenges. Hmm. Let's think. I mean, the song "Sweet Isolation" it flowed quite easily, but that was one of my first tracks that I fully produced everything myself. Um, so I didn't have it being played by the band. And my friend Benny Giles, he help me to mix it, but that really put my production skills to the test, and I learned a lot, and I'm a much more confident producer now, and I'm working, yeah, producing a lot more of my own stuff now. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think. Can't remember what songs are on the record now. What else is there? Probably
Berlin.
Mm,
There's Beat Down South, Channel Your Anger.
yeah. I reckon Feed the Pigs was a challenge just in the way that it's quite different to other things that I've done. I didn't really know how it would translate to people. I'm still not completely sure how it's translated to people, to be honest, but it goes down well live. Um, but really making that track sit with the rest of the record um, did feel like a bit of a challenge at first, but I think we got there in the end. So
You've been out on tour playing these songs live. What kind of response have you been receiving in person?
um, yeah, it's wow. I kind of mentioned that before, but yes, it's been really amazing actually. The lot like the shows were people were really into it, and um, yeah, really seemed to be feeling the music a lot. Like everyone knew all the words and everything. It was very
Oh,
yeah, it's pretty
good.
cool. And yeah, like I did some like signing like after the shows, I'd always be like signing records and stuff, and
Mhm.
got to speak to quite a lot of the fans. And yeah, it was really beautiful. Like there was especially a lot of like young musicians who were saying that I'd been a really big inspiration to them. Some really young musicians, like um, my favorite interaction was there was this woman and her son, and they came to I did a session at Rough Trades record store in Shoreditch and in London. So and then they basically came up to me and she told me that I'd basically inspired both of her sons to start playing music, and now one of them is uh, starting at music college, and she was saying how my music had been such a huge game changer for their family and really like inspired their children to follow a path in music. So that was that touched me a lot to know that I'd had that effect on their family.
What do you hope listeners take away from exploring the spoon then? Is there a particular message that really you hope lingers with them?
The message I hope people take away. I mean, I definitely, I wanted to. That's the one message if you want people to take away. I think it'd probably be what I started with, which is like, create your own healthy self image and don't rely on others for it. Yeah.
So, have you been busy then working on new music just yet, or are you focused right now on just live performing for the time being?
This time of year is always the kind of hibernation time. Whereabouts are you in the States?
Yeah, I'm in Florida.
Florida. Okay, so it's pretty warm still, right? Yeah. So in London at this time, it's pretty cold. So I like, but for me, I've got used to it, so it works quite well. In the summer, it's like when you're out like doing shows and touring and like yeah, busy out and about. And then this time of year, it's like hibernation mode and getting in the studio and writing, recording. So I've actually last week I've just been on a residency, just been in a studio basically the whole week, just writing new material and producing. So yeah, lots on the way for sure.
What would you like to say then to everyone who are fans and supporters of the incredible music that you make?
Well, firstly, I'd like to say, thank you for supporting my music. And I really hope to get over to the States very soon to play because I know there's a lot of people listening and been waiting for me to get over for a while. And I've been waiting too. So I'm going to do my best to get over and show you this music in real life.